around
Hi
30%.
guys, welcome to You Talk. Today we'll be discussing about a very interesting topic. The superhero Vijay, who all of us love. So, can Vijay, the real hero, become the real hero? Can he bring back that zest and vibe and the victory that MGR once had? Or are we just expecting too much of magic? To discuss this with us, we have Mr. Anthony to discuss on this topic further. So, Anthony, tell me, do you think that Vijay could bring back the zest and the victory as MGR once held, or is this just too much of expectations?
First of all, thank you. It's a great platform, and hats off to you to bring this you talk to have a discussion platform. He has a charm, right, wherein um, no one knows what it is, right? It's something like a magic where people just start admires him. From almost 15, 20 years, I'm his hardcore fan. But
Me too. But do you think that that charm that he had on screen, that's won all of our hearts, can he bring that into politics? Can he bring that into the real life like what once the so-called great MGR had?
yeah, that is a million-dollar question, right? So the way things are progressing, I can see a great vision and has huge fan following, and he's not taking things for granted. I can see he's taking everything very slow and steady because as he said in his first manad, that he is not just coming for the sake of it. He has learned from all the past those big stars who tried in politics and failed, and he's taking those lessons. So we can clearly see from him that he's approaching a different strategies, not deviating from it. The opposition would be in so much of confusion that like they're waiting for one small wrong steps from Vijay, where they can all bounce back at him and end his career, political career. And to answer your question, right, can he really become a real hero when it's real hero? Answer to very simple is to become a real hero itself. He went through a lot of struggle. He was not that overnight star. He did so many movies, went through a lot of ups and downs, slowly improvised himself, learned how the market is, what people actually the audience need. He worked on that. So you can see a lot of hard work, discipline, what do you say, right? Too much of hard work into it, which slowly made him as number one in the industry.
Very true. But don't you think he's been, see, I'm a very big fan of Vijay as well. But don't you think that he's been practicing from, if you look at all his movies, if you go back and look at all his movies, it's all about politics. And that's been grooming him from the beginning. Don't you think he's had a lot of grooming before he could reach this step?
So even though he was being primarily focusing on movie, we can see his old movies, right? There's always somewhere connect to his political beginning, or rather, deep inside his heart, I think he was preparing himself for this time. Yeah. So I would not just say that he just all of a sudden decided to get into politics.
Basically preparing the people
Yes,
for his.
yes, somewhat. I'm not saying it is a selfish motto or anything, but as a person, right, you need to keep achieving something. As a film star, he's achieved the top most position, and I am sure in deep inside, with a lot of ups and downs, struggles with political clashes, he will always, what all things happened to him in the past in doing movies,
Do
right?
you think that the Tamil Nadu people are actually ready for this new change, this Vijay superstar as a politician?
Yeah, that's very confusing statement, right? I see a lot of surveys going on. 8 out of 10 people we can see supporting Vijay.
வரட்டுமே புதுசாக வரவங்க வரட்டுமே
விஜய் வந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும் செய்யல யாரும்.
விஜய்க்கு தான் எனக்கு
விஜய் தான் வரணும்.
விஜய்க்கு தான்.
Which is a great number. But when normally I discuss with the other day some of the senior political experts. So they have a different opinion altogether. What they're saying is Vijay definitely has a great fan following, but it's very difficult for
Will
him
he get
to.
that same following in his politics as well? When he really requires those votes, will they come forward?
That is a question. So there's a lot of confusion there, right? Or rather, the specialist or so-called political experts are little in a backstep.
He will be a wrecker, he cannot be a victor.
They have a say of DMK because it's going to be a four-corner election, and that can be an advantage for DMK. And they're saying he's definitely going to be the second player about AIDMK, but definitely somewhere the chance of DMK winning is very high for the current situation.
Yeah, because I feel the younger generation, of course, would be always voting for Vijay. But I think the older generation are still old school and they still prefer Stalin as a leader than Vijay, who is coming from a complete movie background. Of course, MGR also came in from a movie background just like Vijay, but they still look forward to, when comparing Vijay and Stalin, they would still prefer Stalin than Vijay. Why do you think they do that? What is your take on that?
Yeah, that is one of the biggest advantage Vijay has with the younger crowd, right? But as you said, little, I would say about 40, 50 plus. Not that they hate Vijay or they don't like Vijay. They all love his movies. But when
Yes,
I
of course, my dad's a big fan too, but then he just likes his movies. He doesn't see him as a politician. So,
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? So whenever I talk to any of the elder people, they say I just randomly spoke to some of the little 50 plus people just to see what is their opinion, because I always see that in any survey, any discussion, any topics, they say uh, all young crowd like to vote with to Vijay, but not the elder one. So I was thinking, I was a little curious. So I spoke to a couple of elderly people as well. So it was strange that the first thing they said is, "We love Vijay. We are big fan of his movies, but when it comes to election, we want to vote for Stalin." So the perception they have in the mind for the elderly is they feel more of a trust from DMK. That the trust they have is okay. Whatever happens, even though there are a lot of conspiracy of BJP, DMK has been somehow working behind them and things like that, but still the major crowd, what they feel is they trust DMK and Stalin, that they will never ever go with BJP. They'll be a strong against to BJP, which is like a trust factor. Then I asked, don't you think Vijay is in every meeting and every manner and every discussion, he's always highlighting that he's strongly against BJP, but are you not believing him? The only point they have is, I'm talking the point of the people what I discussed, not mine. So what they say is he is good now. He is a rich and great film star and everything. We don't know. Tomorrow he may change for his own benefit. He may change. Trust is somewhere. I think Vijay and his party is lagging, and they may have to work on that.
do you think this could be a reason why people also say that Vijay's team is the one who's always running around and doing all his work and guiding him through, and he isn't really coming out? Or what is your take on that? Because we don't see him coming out much, but we do see his team working around for him. So, could his team be more active than him, or is he a silent killer like he is in all his movies? He's working from behind the scenes. What is your take?
That itself is a, I would say it's like a 50-50 kind of move, right? Which is confusing the opponents. If a person is ready for the politics, right, what they do is they go full on, right? Try all opportunities wherever you see politics, right? We've been seeing politics through movies, through in real life. Any opportunity, any death, any celebration, any reasons, you will see the politicians coming in front and taking the advantage, using the marketing, trying to do that. But here in Vijay's turn, it's totally opposite. He's trying to play a totally. I think, I don't know. Is it they're doing it purposefully?
Talking about strategies, what do you think is DMK's strategy to tackle Vijay?
After Jayalalitha's period, right? Then when DMK won the election, they were in so comfort position in Tamil Nadu that they were ruling, and they knew that for the next coming years they don't have any opponent. ADMK is almost in a very bad stage. I would not say it's completely finished. They were once upon a time a great party, but still they know politically they are not the strong opponent for DMK, and he can complete his period. And next they were focusing Udayanidhi to crown it, and he would follow the legacy of DMK, and everything was going smooth, right? And all of a sudden, there you go, Vijay comes in. Initials, they thought maybe he's just like another star, another film star like Kamal Hassan, another Rajinikanth, and they may just do it for political stunt. Yeah, come and go, political stunt, right? They'll just come and they just go. But slow and steady, they can see strategies of Vijay being more strong. They are building the party slowly well, even though they have a lot of critics. But still, if you see, right, they are strengthening the roots so well. And I can see the party TVK, right? They are bringing a lot of youngsters and a lot of intelligent people as well in the team, right? And they slowly, you can see them started working for the party, so which is getting a lot of confusion for DMK, that they don't know what is the next move from TVK, because he's being handling everything by silent. Suddenly he will do address the crowd, and that becomes a big news in the media, right? Whenever Vijay comes, even for, they say they always complain that he's only talking for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but if you see, even the 3 minutes is making a sensation. That is the big challenge or question for DMK. What the steps they should take, what strategic movement they have do to bring Vijay's popularity down, because they don't want a comparison between Uday and Vijay, right? If you see from beginning, the moment Vijay came in, they sidelined Uday, so that they don't want Uday versus Vijay to come into the picture, because there Vijay would have a upper hand.
Vijay though looks very strong right now, but if you look at his count, it doesn't seem to be, as good as Udayanidhi's talent,
Count as in?
as in the votes.
No, no, both are not tested, right? So yeah, Udaynidhi, one thing, he is one, he's an MLA, and but whatever you say, right? From the popularity side of view, Uday is still not there. I know there are people who likes him. When it comes to comparison with Vijay, right? There Vijay has an upper hand.
What strategy do you think his Vijay's party is following to make him more stronger? Because even though Vijay is having a strong front, still, if you see, he's still not there. So, what do you think is the strategy Vijay's party is following to get him where he has to be?
If you see a projection, right? I was doing this forecasting because normally I've been very interested in doing the forecasting things, right? I was trying to work around with a lot of research. I have discussed with few people. So where I see a challenge, is for DMK. I see around 30% strong partners, right? They contribute around to 10%, close to 10%, we can say. So that brings 30 plus 10 adds to 40 percentage for DMK plus allies, right? Whereas TVK, unfortunately, they are pushing very hard to get any kind of alliance, and I think it is going to be very difficult for Vijay to find any alliance. So if leave the alliance aside, if Vijay all alone contest this election, I think he would get around 25 to 27. Let's keep around 27 percentage of vote share in Tamil Nadu, and I would say NTK, the Seaman, right? So even though he's been growing, but because of Vijay factor, I'm reducing few percentage from him, but not very low, but around 7%. I think last time was 8. If Vijay wasn't there for this 2026, I'm sure Seaman would have gone about 10 to 12, more than that. But unfortunately, for him, unfortunate, because due to Vijay's popularity, his vote share would definitely reduce, but it would be around 5 to 7. I would say 7 percentage. And AIDMK, I think the party, if you see, they're kind of fading. They have to really rework and they have to do a lot of political plans. We joining BJP would have an advantage over the Vijay, the strong BJP supporters. I think their share would be around 20 to 23%. So we can say around 23% for them and others 3%. So this is the overall vote share. So the larger concern TVK or Vijay's party should have is because of this allies of DMK. If it was only DMK and TVK, then it's Vijay has a very high upper hand because if you say DMK is around 30% and Vijay is almost like 27%, he's raised his popularity to almost to 27%. As for your question, Vijay and his party has to really focus how to break not their lies, at least the vote share, and what all strategy they can use to make it to about 30 to 40%. But it's not an easy game for DMK for sure because of, as I said, Vijay is almost close in 2 years, has reached almost 27 percentage, and we have only few more months for the election. So they have to really pull their socks up and start pushing hard, right? He can, I don't know whatever strategy they're doing, but they have to really come out and because they are opposing such a big party, right? 75 plus years of strong party. So they have to do all the possible strategies to face DMK.
So I'm really happy that we had this conversation. This was such an amazing topic to get on. I think everyone's been having this topic in their mind, and it was really nice having you to discuss this topic. And I know he's a very, very big Vijay fan. So this is one of your most favorite topics, I'm sure. And I'm sure you guys would have also enjoyed. Lots more coming up in the following videos, but for now, this is me, Susan, signing off. Thank you.